Hey guys, my name is Evan and welcome to Country View Acres. So today I'm getting ready to amend this field back here. We're going to plant this into a hay field, and we're going to be amending the soil today, and that's going to be based off a soil sample that we took earlier this year. So the first thing we're doing is we're actually going to be adding lime to the soil, and this is a pelletized lime. So what it will do is it's going to raise the pH of the soil, and it'll raise it a lot quicker than regular lime. So we're going to be adding 350 pounds of pelletized lime per acre, and we're hoping that'll get us up to about 6.5 pH. So this rig here, this is a spreader, a fertilizer spreader, and this comes from the fertilizer company that I bought the lime from. So this may be a rental. I'm not sure. I haven't quite got the bill yet. So they do provide this so that you can go and spread the lime and fertilizer yourself. So you can run this basically in a couple different speeds. Basically 4 to 6 miles an hour is 30 feet. 7 to 8 miles an hour, it's going to throw at 40 feet. And then there's a chart here on how many pounds you want per acre. And then you set this gate back here to match that. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be shooting for around the 5 miles an hour to spread at 30 feet wide, and then we're set at somewhere around the 320 pound mark, so that's pretty close to 350 pounds. So we're going to start off there and see how it does. So this machine is a ground driven fertilizer spreader. So there's a lever here in the front, and that will push this wheel up against the rubber of the tire, and then that's going to turn these pulleys. It's going to turn the conveyor belt and the spreader discs, and that should make everything spread. So I think I'm basically ready to go because I need to get this done before I go to work tonight. So let's go ahead and get spreading this lime. There we go. All right. Well, it's pretty much empty. So I ended up running out of lime a little bit too early. So they set this up when I picked it up, and it was set, they told me it was set for 320. And after about a lap and a half, I looked inside of here and I thought, oh man, I don't think I'm gonna have enough. So I ended up lowering that to 280 pounds per acre, and which we were shooting for 350. So this is almost 100 pounds less an acre than what I was shooting for. And I still ended up running out by the time I got to the middle. So there's probably only, I don't know, 40, 50 feet wide in the middle that I'm missing lime. So I don't know how well these, this is my first time using one of these fertilizer spreaders. I think in the future I will probably set it quite a bit lower and opt for multiple passes instead of taking a chance of trying to hit it perfect and then running out early at the end. So I think next time I do this, I will definitely cut this in half. and try to do like 2 laps around the field instead, just to make sure I get at least coverage on everything. So this spreader, I gotta take this back tonight before I go to work and drop it back off at the farm service place. And I think what I'm gonna do is I may see if I can go find some more pelletized lime and just spread it myself with a small spreader behind the tractor instead of getting this thing again. But this is a good way to put a big bulk amount of lime on a field. I just ended up running out too early. I was putting it down too fast. So let me go ahead and hitch this thing up, take it back to the farm service place. I gotta go back to work tonight. So far, my busy work schedule I have right now, I've worked 24 days in a row so far. And hopefully I can see if I can get some pelletized lime. And we'll go back over this again with a small spreader, and we'll go over the soil sample. So it's the next day now, and I took the spreader back yesterday on my way to work, and I still had enough extra time that I was able to pick up 6 bags of pelletized lime. And today we're gonna spread that lime using this 3-point spreader here. This is my dad's spreader, and I borrowed this a couple days ago because I was gonna use this to spread the grass seed, but this will also work to spread this the lime on the field. And I really just need to hit the center of the field to make sure it gets some lime. So I've got it loaded up, 240 pounds worth of pelletized lime. Now this spreader does run off the PTO. It spins this disc here to spread the lime. And then there is a handle right here that opens and closes the gate or the shutter that allows the pelletized lime to feed out. So I got the cab of a tractor. I'm gonna have to reach out the back window of the cab of the tractor. Hopefully I can operate this arm. I'll be able to lift this up higher, and hopefully I'll be able to reach it from the cab of the tractor, and everything will work just fine. So we just got done spreading the lime on the hay field for the second time. And I think that's going to be the only amendment we're going to add to the hay field. So I've got the soil test right here that we took back in the spring. And the lime's going to raise the pH level, the acidity level of the soil. It's going to raise that up closer to neutral. So it was, the soil was a pH of 5.6. We added 1,050 pounds of pelletized lime yesterday. We added another 240 pounds today. So that ends up putting us close to about 1,300 pounds of lime that we put on the field. So we got this soil test for two main reasons. One, to see what the pH of the soil was, and the other was to know if we needed to add fertilizer to the field. So when you talk about fertilizer, most people think of NPK. That's what the three numbers are on your fertilizer bags that you buy. That's nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So when you look at this soil sample, you're going to see that there's no nitrogen listed. So nitrogen changes rather quickly. It can fluctuate up and down. So by the time you do a soil sample, the nitrogen level in your field, by the time you get that back, is probably already changed, or it may have changed in the sample that you were sending in. So nitrogen isn't on the normal soil sample, like just your standard. So what is on here is your phosphorus level. And next to it, on this soil test, next to it there is some initials, and it says VH next to it. And that means that the phosphorus levels are very high. So there's no need to add any phosphorus to the soil. It's already too high, actually. And then if we look at our potassium level, it actually has the letter M next to it, and that stands for medium. It's like right in the middle, basically in the sweet spot. It's right where you want it to be. So we don't need to add any phosphorus or potassium. And then there's some other nutrients on here, magnesium and calcium. You can probably have some other ones like sulfur and zinc, manganese, but a lot of those are added when you add fertilizer. And the calcium itself, actually the calcium should be affected by the lime because the lime is a very high calcium source. So we should see that calcium, it is listed as low. We should see that go up with the addition of some lime to the soil. So looking at the results right now, the only thing we're going to be adding is lime to the soil, and it should be good. That's going to raise the pH, it's going to raise some calcium level, and then we'll do another soil sample next spring and we'll see how it's doing. But after this is all spread today, I think we're ready to plant some hay seed or some grass seed. So the next thing we're going to be doing is going to be mixing up our grass seed. We're going to have, I think, like 3 or 4 different varieties that we're going to mix up, and then we're going to spread on the field using this same spreader, and then we're going to roll it, compact it into the dirt with a roller, and then we'll just kind of pray for some rain, and hopefully everything grows perfectly. But that'll be coming up in the next episode. But that's it for this one. So we've got the soil amended in the field. I think everything's plowed and or disked, and the soil's worked up as good as we can expect it to be. It's about as weed-free as we can expect it to be. So probably tomorrow, it looks like the weather's going to be good. There's not going to be a lot of wind. Probably tomorrow I'll be out here with this same spreader, and we'll be spreading some seed and then packing that down into the soil. So that's it for today, guys. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.